Hey. How's it going, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good.
I can't complain, man. I'm warm now.
DJ, what have just the last 11 months been like for you?
Man, it's been interesting. It's been how do you say, like you find out stuff about yourself when you go through stuff like that. Like I knew I was a tough guy already, but like having to go through those things and getting those, man, you had such a great career, man. What a run. Like those texts was like really trying for me, and it was like, damn, people just assuming it's over because I'm hurt. You know what I mean? So that was probably the toughest part. Being injured and going through the injury and stuff. That was, I mean, it's football. You know, everybody gets hurt at some point, and you bounce back and you go through it. So that wasn't really ever in my mind. But like just the response and how people kind of perceive what was going on, it kind of caught me off guard. I think that was the toughest part about the whole thing, was kind of like, yo, people expect me to just like tuck it right now. Like, do you not, you know, my personality must have not shown that like this is not who I am. You know what I mean? So I think that was like the toughest part of it for real.
So DJ, what kept you going?
In the last 11 months?
Oh, definitely. I think that like more so for me, like I'm a competitor when it comes to like, oh, I can't do it. Okay, thanks. Like I appreciate that. So like that kind of gave me that feeling in throughout the rehab. It's kind of like this. Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. Like I've never had to prove myself or show anything like that. You know what I mean? So that was good feeling for me. I think it was probably one of the best things that could have ever happened for my career, because I don't know how you gain hunger and like that fire over again when you're like rich and you don't have the like, there's no worries. It's hard to like keep that fire if you're not competing for a championship every day. And aside from the fire that I have to just be the best player, but like that fire of like I got something to prove and I got to go out and show it every day. When you start getting paid and become a vet, you kind of lose that part of it. So I don't know if I would have ever had anything happen to make that feeling come back and that fire come back and I got to prove it come back. So I think it was good for me, honestly. Crazy to say, but I think it was.
No, Sam kind of asked my question.
How you feeling?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm in Kansas City, bro.
Yeah.
I'm pretty ecstatic. You know what I mean? I can't, don't get much better than this.
What's it been like getting welcome to the group and kind of finding your way through the offense right now?
It's been dope. It's been really like kind of surprising how like welcoming and accepting and like everyone is. You know, I play offensive line, so we have a theory that like no one knows who we are. You know what I mean? So it's like when you come in the building, they're like, "Oh, OG, what's good?" Like they talk to me, I'm like, "Oh, what's up? What's up? I'm glad, appreciate you." Like everybody's excited for me to be here, and that's a really good feeling. Like coming from some place, you've been in one place for so long, and then you go to a new place and you're getting welcomed with open arms by all pro players. You know what I mean? It's not like you're getting welcomed with open arms by a bunch of slappies. It's like, yo, we need you. Like, please come and save us. It's like you're getting all pro guys' arms stretched out. Like, oh my God, we're so happy that you're here. And it's like, yo, this is a great feeling.
Nobody knows, obviously, your body, where you're at right now. How long, in your opinion, reasonably will it take for you to feel like, I'm ready to go?
I mean, my body's fine. I'm just here. Whenever they tell me that it's time to go, whenever Coach Reed says it's time to go, that's when I'm going to go.
Yeah.
But my body's fine.
Could that be as early as Friday or next week? Or?
I promise. If I had a crystal ball, I'd give it to you. I'd tell you. But I don't. Whenever he tell me to go time, I'm jumping off the shelf.
DJ, you may have spoken to this, but when you're hearing all that about people thinking you might just be done, what gave you the faith that, well, that's ridiculous? Like I'm going to be back.
Because I felt like I was putting myself in a position to go to the table. Like I knew that my contract was getting close to the end. My mind, aside from injury, that I'm preparing to get ready to go into a contract year, or we're finna do something this offseason. So then you get hurt and then you get released, and then the automatic response is like, oh, great year. So it's like my minds were two polar opposites of what the response that I was getting from people. I'm thinking that I'm still who I think I am, I know I am, and I'm finna get ready to get paid, and all this is finna go down, and then I get hurt, and it's like the world is like, hey, good job, man. Go hang out with your kids, coach your soccer, do something like that. And it's like, nah, that's not, you clearly don't know me, who I am.
And can you just tell us a little bit about the process of coming to the Chiefs? How it unfolded, and what makes you so excited to be here? It's probably obvious, but
honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first got released, I told my kids, and I told my kids like, yo, Dad's gonna get fired. Like I'm not gonna be on the Cardinals anymore. Like, just to kind of, I didn't even know how to explain it to them. Just kind of give them a heads up before they went to school, and their friends are telling them, because my son didn't even know the magnitude about like football and all that stuff. And he goes to school and he finds out what's going on like that, you know. So I wanted to give him a heads up. And my son Dash, immediate, no better eyelash, didn't care about me getting released. I really want you to go to Kansas City so you can play with Patrick Mahomes and you could probably win a Super Bowl. And I was like, yeah, son, thank you. Like, it was no, like, he didn't have a care about, like, what's going on. His automatic mind was like, you should go to the Chiefs. And I was like, from then on, the whole thing, everybody would say something here and there. And I was like, my son said that's where I'm going, so I don't know, man. We'll see how it go. So fast forward now, here we are. And I've been calling him every day like, man, you a trip, boy. You spoke it, boy.
We're gonna go last three here. Matt, Nate, and
How old is
Nick.
he?
He's 8. Yep. I have 8. My 8-year-old Dash, my 6-year-old Nova, my 15-month-old boy Day, and then my 2-month-old daughter Nelly. Yeah, I got a goof troop, man. We got a goof troop.
Matt.
Hey DJ, what's your sense of your role here? I mean, was your expectation to come in and start? Is it just to simply compete?
Football player. That's it. I got full faith in the fact that this organization knows what to do with football players and knows where to put them and put them in the roles that they need to be. All I got to do is go out there on the field and be the best version of myself every day. And Andy Reid and Coach Nagy and Coach Hitt gonna make sure I'm in the right spot where I'm supposed to be at and when I'm supposed to be there. So it ain't even that ain't even part of my job. I just go out there and block the end until they tell me it's time to go. So that's why I think that's my role. Play football, block the end.
The Chiefs have a couple of young tackles too, as well, in Kingsley and Wanye. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like there's a sense of leadership and mentorship that you can provide to those guys?
I don't know about like if I sense it, but it's just when I'm around young players, that's the role of football. That's how I was brought along with my older vets that took a liking to me. Is everything that I know on that football field, somebody showed me. None of us woke up in the O-line, knowing how to take a pass set or block the end or do it. None of us woke up knowing how to do that stuff. So everything that we've learned is somebody gave it to us. So it's my responsibility to make sure I pass it. I can't let you do something that I know the solution to and keep watching you do it. And just keep letting you not know what's going on. That's not how I was brought up in football. That's not how my OGs did me in ball. They always pulled me to the side and showed me the game. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to pass the game on and make sure I leave it better than I found it.
Last two, Nate and then Nick.
DJ, I guess I have 2 questions really quick. Did you have any conversation with DeAndre about his experience with Kansas City before you joined? And then secondly, what is it when you initially know you're going to play with Patrick Mahomes? Just what goes through your mind?
Me and Hop definitely talked a couple times, and I had to tell him in the middle of it, like, hey, bro, you don't have to sell me on this thing, bro. Like, I don't need a sales pitch on the Kansas City Chiefs, bro.
He was trying, though.
He was trying to, yeah. He was trying to tell me, like, because he knew what the situation was, that I was talking to other teams and stuff like that. So he was trying to, like, give me a real sense from a player perspective what it was like here. And I had to stop him in the middle of it, like, yo, bro, like, you ain't got to sell me, bud. I know what's going on over there, bud. I watch TV, so you ain't got to sell me on nothing.
Last one, Nick.
At a bowl, your just initial thoughts about having the opportunity to play with Patrick.
Me and my wife laughed about it. It's been a while since I've been in a situation where I didn't set the standard for the room or the building or what's going on. So being able to be around guys like Travis and Chris and Kelsey and Creed, all them dudes, it's like the level of expectation is already high when I came in the building. So I don't have to set a standard, or I just got to make sure I'm with the guys. I can't be down here because everybody's already up here. So I think that's my favorite part about it. That's the first thing I thought about. It's like, it's time to pull out the best version of ball, the best time of football right now, because this is limelight.
Last one, Nick.
Did you play with Juwan in college?
I missed him by a year.
Okay.
So my rookie year was his freshman year.
Okay.
Yep.
And DJ,
Nick.
for you, when you're waiting to get medically cleared and everything, how do you approach trying to be able to stay in condition and get in condition from a football perspective?
Man, honestly, I got to give a shout out to my guys at AMGD Sports. Those dudes, man, I mean, from Doug to Brian to CJ to Josh to my man K2, my boy, the PT that we did everything together from day one of me getting released. I mean, those dudes never allowed me to like sink or be down on myself or anything like that. And they really got me through this thing, and they made sure that I kept my standard the whole time, even when I was not feeling good and all that stuff. They made sure that I lived up to who they thought I was every time, even until I got myself there mentally, and then we took it to the next level. So it was good. I got tougher. Yeah, I got tougher.
Thanks, DJ.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good one.
Yes, you too.